And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna want to stick around for this one. I think it's kind of juicy because it's fine details of the things that we don't know in the realm of relationship, men and women, that confuse you, confuse us. Kind of we don't understand, so we collide against it and collapse. So today I want to talk about. So, ladies, you want a man who commits, or you want a man to commit. I get it. In our culture, what happens with the difficulty that I see, um, and again, I've been doing this for 2006. I work under, I'm standing on the shoulders of five masters in the realm of leadership dynamics in different angles: psychiatry, therapy, um, human biology, anthropology, chemistry of our bodies, right? So, um, this is not a hobby for me. This is my life. This is not pay for my house and cars. So, maybe you should, just take a minute to ponder what I say. And so you want a man to commit, but in our culture, we we still expect men to be men, right? So what I mean by that is men still are expected to be traditional, which means provide, protect, cherish, give, guide, lead, pay, right? Pay for everything, right? So the role of men has never changed through our history. However, in the past 60 years or so, the role of women has changed radically. And the disconnect here, the part that confuses everyone, is not understanding the traditional men provide, protect, cherish, pay, right? Who want to be married and have a family because they give them a reason to live, gives them a reason to get up in the morning, they give them something to do to conquer life and to build a kingdom. Traditional men all want that. So the concept, secondly, that men don't want to get married is ridiculous. Men commit. Men want marriage and families, and men are very committable. The man, the boys, is a different story. I'm not going to talk about that here. But real man, masculine men, that's what they want. So you want a masculine man, great. They're traditional. They want to take care of women and children, and they expect you that they only will get into a frame with you if you're a traditional woman. And now women are raised not to be traditional. Don't let no man, right? Children will ruin your life, and you're better to be some slave to some man. Really, think about that for a second, right? But that's the message. So you wonder why things are difficult. You wonder why we're not grooving. You wonder why women are lonely and men are lonely. You wonder why men walk away from you with that attitude, right? There's no 50-50. Again, I'm not trying to be an ass, right? I'm telling you the work and the data. It's not my opinion. It's not even my opinion. But men are not looking for partnership in a way, because partnership implies two partners together. Yes, that part, sure. But partnership also implies 50-50. And a relationship with a man is not 50-50. Never has, never will. There's a yin yang here of masculine and feminine. You with me? So, all that to say that if you want a man to be traditional, to commit, right? Provide, protect, cherish, give support, lead, lead everything in life. That's how men are. And then commit to a woman. Imagine who you have to be, what you have to bring to his life in order for him to want to step up that way. And it's very simple. In a nutshell, men who are looking to build are looking for a woman who supports him into his effort and help him with the logistic of life from the background, right? So he'll do the outside world, she takes care of his inside world, right? He'll buy a house, she'll make it a home, right? He gives her love, she gives him children. The yin yang in that. That's still what men want. So, but if you refuse to do this in our culture, and you want to work like a man, have fun like a man, party like a man, in their 20s, traditional man, I'm not going to have anything to do with that. So, something to think about. Another thing I want to say is you have to understand that, women have women control access to sex in relationships, any relationships, right? No one's having sex unless the girl says, "Let's go," right? That's we all know this. Women, control access to sex, but it's the man who control access to the relationship. Think about it. Ladies, you can choose him all you want, but if he doesn't choose you, you don't have a thing. I can tell you stories about my clients who like, I'm perfect for him. He's just exactly what I want. Did, or the stupid list. And the guy's like, and I I don't like you that way. And you're not my type. And but I'm perfect, right? Like, so you don't pick him. He has to pick you. You with me? You can't, ultimately, obviously, if it's a douchebag, you get to walk away. But my point is, if you want to be married, you have to be the girl that he picks. And you have to know what that is, why he's killed himself, his time, his energy, his resources, his money, take care of you. What are you bringing to him in order for him to do this? This a yin yang here. There's a, he's going to bring all this, right? So he's looking for you to support him on the backside. It's very simple. It's very traditional, but that's you want a man to pay. That's a traditional man. So it's also again, so you have to know what the buyer's buying. You have to know what men want. If when you know what men want, then you have a chance of giving, bringing that towards him, and supporting him in his effort to conquer the world in whichever way he's pushing out there, because that's what men do. Real men are up out there building, pushing, competing, managing everything, trying to build something huge that he can be proud of, and with that, he wants to build a family and kids and a wife. Traditional. So you want to be married, you want to have kids. Be careful what you let the culture dictate to you, whether it's better or more right, or feminism is the biggest lie when it comes to women's lives, the quality of your lives on the other side. Not my opinion. Again, I'm not even going to try to explain that, but I think you probably know what I'm talking about, right? So again, if he's going to pick you, you got to fit into his frame. He doesn't get to do it your way. You have to do it his way. I'm just saying, this is how men are built. You can't control a man. You can't tell him what to do. You can't make him do anything. He will not obey anyone, never mind a woman. Just saying. But these are the guys who do everything right. So, just saying, you want a man to commit? What is it that you're bringing to his life to support him in what he's trying to conquer in life? Now, if you're too busy conquering yourself and building yourself, you're not available to a man. Men like this want women. One of the things they want is to women to be available to them. If you're too much of a boss, if you're too busy, if you're not available, he won't commit. He won't. There's no point. There's no point. There's no point. So I'd say pay attention a little bit to what men say. Research this stuff. I mean, I do it all the time. It's everywhere, and you have to know what men want and be that for them, and men will commit. But you have to know what that is. When women say like, I bring me. This is what I bring to the table. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, right? Men will not spend their lives resources on your body because you're pretty, because if you're a girl, right? That's not enough. That's the original kind of hey. But if there's no substance, character, if you don't get him, you don't believe in him, if you don't respect them, you have nothing. So again, what do men want? All of the stuff that I just mentioned. You have to get into his frame for him to be, oh, let me take care of you, put my arms around you, and let's build something together. You have to get into his frame. So what you require, you have to pay attention to that, because you may be shooting yourself in the foot because you decide that you want what you want without knowing what men want to give or what makes them want you. So again, you can tell me I'm full of crap. Comment below. I'm not. This is not my opinion again. It's the data. This is how it works. I do a lot of men's work. This is how men think. This is how it is. And men shake their heads and go, what's wrong with these ladies? Where are the women? They don't want to be women. They don't want to be women. They're controlling, they're combative, they're pains in the ass. Why would I get involved in that? Is what they say. Why would I want any of that? So what do? They fuck with you because that's all you're good for in his mind. Like if you're not going to commit, be on my side and be a wife. I'll just play with you till I'm bored with you, and then play with another one all the time, looking for the one. Not sexy, but again, be very careful with what you buy out there in the culture, right? I know it's hard to escape, but we know it doesn't work. We also know what works, and what works is opposite of what's out there. It's still more traditional. Again, I'm not a moralist. It's not about that. It's the data. Anyway, hope that helps. Let me know. I'm curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.